everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's just hope that my sweet baby boy, let's see if I can show you, he's behind me. There he is. See, he's taking a nap. I hope he lets me film this video. It's kind of like an informal video. I mean, well, I'm wearing makeup as I'm not wearing makeup, sorry, as usual. You know me guys by now. But I don't know, it's kind of like a coffee talk, I guess, kind of video. And it's something that came to my mind recently. And you know, I started thinking about, I don't know, how, you know, Lucas' diagnosis affected me when it comes to my anxiety. I mean, I hope I'm being clear, but I do suffer from anxiety. I mean, not super severe or anything like that. I don't take any medication for it. But there are certain times when I get like all nervous and anxious and I freak out. And before my son was born, it used to be what used to trigger my anxiety was going to the dentist. But if you have been following my channel for a while, you know that I got over that. When I was pregnant with Lucas, I got over it because stress and pregnancy don't go well together. It's bad for the baby, it's bad for you. So I remember I had to just suck it up and go ahead and do it. And I was scared that after my baby was born, I was gonna start getting these anxiety attacks again, you know, like panic attacks, kind of, when I had to go to the dentist. But lucky for me, that wasn't the case. It's like I got over it. I realized that going to the dentist wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And there was nothing to fear, nothing bad was gonna happen to me, and yeah, I'm good now. I'm recovered. I don't know, it's funny, but anyway, so I've suffered from anxiety, you know, before becoming a mom, and then when Lucas was born, as you guys know, well, you didn't know at first because I wasn't sharing everything, but then, you know, I started opening up a little bit more when I was doing his updates, and you know, health concerns started coming up. And so when he was born and things, just for the moment that he was at the NICU, the fact that he was at the NICU for a little bit over 2 weeks, that stressed me out to the point that I wasn't able to breastfeed. I wanted to breastfeed and my stress was too high, and stress and breastfeeding don't go well together either. So it just didn't work out for me, but that's another subject. So yeah, it just didn't work. And then, you know, he came home and there was these little concerns every time we would go to the pediatrician, you know, this and that, the anemia and a bunch of things. I mean, the anemia got resolved, that was fine. But you know, there was always like something, and I was like, so going to his doctor appointments ended up being a nightmare for me, basically. And especially with my anxiety, that's something that, you know, I just hated. Like, I was like, what's gonna be wrong now, you know, what's gonna be wrong? And I was like imagining things, and I would go to Google and look up everything and every blood test that they would, you know, ask me like to do for him. Oh, I was just freaking out, guys. And then of course, you know, forward a few months, you know, ahead, and that's when we got the diagnosis. Like I think I told you guys, I did take it better than what I thought. But I'm not gonna lie, and I have good days and bad days. Like today is a good day. For example, today, Thursday, we had his cardiologist appointment, and it went amazing. I'm happy to report. I'm gonna talk to you probably about that on my blog this weekend. But it went great. His heart is stable, and so he's good for surgery. So that's amazing. So I'm having a good day today, and that's how being a special needs mom is. I think, you know, you have your good days and your bad days. Now the problem with my anxiety is that I tend to think too much, a little bit too much about the future. I try not to, but sometimes I can't help it. And I think that happens to everybody, really, to every mom with a child with special needs, and actually every mom in general. Like, you know, everybody thinks about their child's future. It's just, I don't know, at least I cannot help it. And when you have a special needs child, you know, there are things that you think about that maybe you didn't think about that before. Like when I was pregnant, that never came into my mind. You know, I always picture things being okay, and you know, say, okay, well, he's gonna get older and he's gonna get married and he's gonna have his family, and the day I'm gone, he's gonna be okay. You know, he's gonna have his family and la la la, and wife and kids, and somebody's gonna take care of him when he gets old. So when I find out that, you know, he had Williams syndrome, something that I never thought about before, and actually even before we got the diagnosis, I was already starting to have this question. And I remember I mentioned that to the genetics doctor. What's gonna happen when I'm gone, when my husband and I are gone, you know, like forward, like a long time from now, hopefully. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna take care of him? You know, he's gonna be a special needs adult. So that's, like I said, so that's one thing that I never had to worry about before, and now I do. But basically, guys, my advice to you, and I saw there was some post on Instagram. I'm gonna try to look it up, to get it on my phone now and read it to you guys, because it's pretty cool. It was like 5 tips that some mom from a girl with Down syndrome, I think, she was giving to every, you know, special needs parent. And one thing I'm gonna say is try to live day by day, like one day at a time, because especially, like I said, for me, and if you suffer from anxiety, you're probably gonna think about the future a lot, and that's not good, because I realized that if you think so much about the future, if you worry so much about the future, like how it's gonna be, you know, what's gonna happen, you don't enjoy today, you don't enjoy it now, and you're missing out on enjoying your beautiful child, you know what I mean? So I don't want to get emotional here, but that's how it is. Sometimes, you know, and even when I was so concerned, you know, the first few months, I talked about this with my mom not long ago, and I said, you know, one thing that makes me upset is that I feel like the first year with him, the first few months especially, were so stressful, you know, like with all those doctor appointments and therapies, and before we had an answer, before we knew what was going on, that uncertainty, you know, not knowing what was going on, why does he, you know, need this therapy and this therapy and this specialist and the heart conditions, and so I felt somehow those things kind of ruined a little bit my motherhood experience, you know. And now I kind of look back and I'm like, damn, I mean, I shouldn't have that ruined that precious time. And I mean, I think especially the first year of your baby, it should be the most precious and joyful year, you know. But when so many questions and health concerns come up, I mean, nothing was serious, like, as you guys know, like nothing. For example, he does have those heart conditions, but thank goodness they are mild. And there are way worse things that he could have, and his are mild and they're stable, you know, the stenosis on the bulbs and all that. So yeah, so that's my biggest advice. I would say live today, like one day at a time. Another thing I have to give you, another tip I have to give you is, when I got the diagnosis, I joined a lot of Facebook groups, and I added, like, I don't know, over 50 people of my friends, you know, like families with kids with Williams syndrome. And I'm not sure so much about adding so many people. He woke up, guys. I think I'm gonna have to film the video with him. No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a quick bottle and then try to finish this video. I'll be back. Hey everyone. Okay, I'm back, and I have the star here on the video. Say hi, everyone. Alrighty. So yes, I'm gonna try to make it short, guys, because I feel I'm being rambling a little bit as usual. But yeah, so that's one advice. And then one thing that happens to me, and if you are a special needs mom, like a mom to a special needs baby or child or kid, I would love to hear your opinion about this. But what happens to me is There are days like today, like I said, that I think I got it, that I think everything's gonna be alright. And there are other days that maybe something triggers my anxiety or makes me feel down. You know, it's like maybe a reminder that things are not gonna be exactly as I had them planned, you know, for Lucas. So yeah, guys, I have my good days and my bad days, like my good strong days and days that I'm like, I had one day recently that I felt like I had a cloud over me. I since the moment I got up that day till the moment I went to bed. And it's not fun, but I think that's common. I mean, I would like to, that's why I would love to hear opinions from other moms with special needs children, so you guys can share your experiences with me. And now I'm gonna read to you. I found that account on Instagram, and I'm gonna try to leave her Instagram username below, and I'm also gonna be making a post on my blog. Yep, that should be up tomorrow. I'm gonna try to write it today, but it's gonna be kind of short, and I'm just gonna just write the same thing that I'm gonna tell you now, these 5 tips. And I'm gonna put them there and put the link for this video. But if you guys want to go check that out, I'm not sure which one is gonna be done first, so I'm not sure by the time this video go up. I'm not 100% sure if the post is gonna be up, but hopefully it will, and if not, it's gonna be up sometime soon. So okay, 5 tips. It says 5 tips for special needs mom. Number 1, take one day at a time. Exactly what I was telling you guys, one day at a time. Don't overthink the future. The future is just made up of a series of days, so take them as they come. Number 2, ignore the things people tell you that your child will or will not do. Every child is different. They all have different capabilities regardless of a diagnosis. Yeah, okay. So that's another thing. Like, try to take what people tell you with a grain of salt. Like, I had to learn, because, you know, I mean, for the most part, everybody has been very supportive and positive, you know, and since the moment, you know, when I told everyone about Lucas' diagnosis, everyone has been very supportive and positive, and, you know, telling me that, you know, every child is different, and hopefully with, you know, my help and Dave's help, he's gonna achieve a lot of things. And then sometimes, every once in a while, I do get the people that are like, my heart breaks for you. I'm so sorry you're going through this. I mean, you know, and it's alright. I guess it's common natural nature to say those kind of things sometimes. But recently, a friend of mine, that's what she said. She said something like, my heart breaks for you. And I said, don't be sad for me. I said, you know, like, Lucas is a very happy boy. Overall, he's healthy. I mean, you know, from what he could be. Like, you know what I mean? Things could be way worse. And, you know, and I love him with all my life. So don't feel sorry for me. You know, there are worse things than this. And like I think I mentioned, maybe I mentioned that, I'm not sure if I mentioned that on my video when I told you guys about his diagnosis, or if I mentioned it on my Facebook post when I told like my whole family and friends, but I said something like, don't feel sorry for us, you know, pity is not good for him or for me, for anybody, my family. It's not gonna fix anything, and it kind of makes us feel a little bit worse. You know, if you know what I mean. So don't feel sorry for us. I know things could be better, but I know they could also be worse. So let's see. And next tip is your capacity to love will grow exponentially for your child with special needs. Your heart will change. Your views on life will change, and you will become the person you were sent here to become. And that's true too. I see things differently now, very differently. It makes you think about things I didn't think before, and I don't know, guys. Oh, another thing I'm gonna do is, there's a channel here on YouTube that I love, that a friend of mine introduced me to that channel when I told her that my son was gonna get, you know, tested for Williams syndrome, and she told me about this channel. She showed me an interview that this guy made. He's in a special needs special needs teacher, and he's amazing. I love that guy. Like, so he interviews people with all kind of conditions, and he has interviewed a couple of people with Williams syndrome in the past, and his interviews are amazing. I just love that channel, and it's special books by special kids. Hey guys, okay, I decided to finish the video here on my bed. I have Lucas right here next to me, and I think that's gonna work out better. So, okay, let's talk about 2 more points, and that's it, because this video is probably pretty long. Tip number 4 is enjoy your precious baby. You will wish you could have this time back one day. Don't spend their babyhood worrying about their future. Their future, Lucas, he's kicking the tripod. It's hard to film videos with a baby around, guys. It's hard. Their future will be bright. Lucas! Their future will be bright, and so will yours. Enjoy your time with your special babe. I love that tip, because I think, like I said, sometimes we worry so much about the future that we don't enjoy our precious babies, you know, and it goes by so fast. When I get those, you know, Facebook memory things, and I'm like, God, I can't believe how tiny he was a year ago. Even looking at pictures from Christmas or Lucas, stop kicking the freaking tripod, guys. So yeah, so don't miss out on enjoying your kids, you know, like we worry too much about the future, especially when you have, you know, a special kid, and that's not okay. And number 5 and last tip, and I'm gonna get going because this little guy here is not gonna let me finish. Find a support system, whether online or in your community. It can make all the difference, and that's so true. Right, like I said, the day I got his diagnosis, the day I saw the results, like next day or that same night, I went ahead and I started getting in touch with moms from kids with Williams syndrome, and that has helped me a lot. And I joined a few groups. I joined maybe too many groups. There's like 1 or 2 groups that I get the notifications and I like, because they're like moms with kids, like with babies. But there's another one that is more like for people with adults with Williams syndrome, and like, you know, teenagers. And that one I kind of try to stay away sometimes, because every kid is different, and sometimes you read things there that they make you scared. And especially for me, since I suffer from anxiety, that makes me overthink things too much. So lately I've been kind of trying to stay away from that group. I mean, I'm sure it's an amazing group and they have amazing information, but you know what I mean? For people like myself, if you are not like me, if you don't get anxious, if you don't freak out easily, that's great. But for me, I prefer to stay on the groups where the kids there are like the age group of my son, you know, so we're like on the same stage of life, you know what I mean? So yeah. Okay guys, I'm gonna get going because this video is very long and I have to edit it. But thank you so much guys for watching. Like I said, if you have a special needs child and you want to leave me a comment down below, you want to get in touch, let me know, especially if you happen to be a mom with a kid with Williams syndrome. I haven't said anything about my blog yet on that group. I'm gonna have to ask the administrator there, admin, yeah, you know, the admin there, and see if it's okay for me to post like the link for my blog, for my channel and all that. We'll see what they say. Hopefully they will let me do it. But yeah, so don't be shy and leave me a comment below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, it was kind of like informal video, but anyways, I hope you got something out of it. And thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye. Love you. I gotta go. This guy is gonna just break the tripod. Bye guys.